we're going to be doing is building a new video game here on Twitch. We'll see how long this series can go. I want to capture all the videos and put them on YouTube or whatever. Because as I've been learning how to build games, I haven't found any real beginning to end examples of a Unity game that's actually more than just some simple demos. So yeah, as we're going, hit me up with feedback on anything as far as sound goes or what have you. But we're going to jump in. Today we're going to be building a snowboarding game, a 2D left to right snowboarding game. And we'll learn more about exactly what it is as we go, but I want to keep the scope small for each installment. So what we want to do today is make a character that can slide downhill. And when you press forward, they slide faster downhill, and when you press back, they slide more slowly. We're going to be using Corgi Engine. It's a plugin in the Unity Asset Store, and I don't want to make this like a review all about Corgi Engine, but it is like the best tool you can use if you're somewhat decent at programming already. It's the best tool I found to like do a lot of the boilerplate code writing for you. Like for example, the character controller is what it's all about. I know when my window got all funky here, I want to make, there we go. I was unable to grab onto that threshold. Alright, so anyway, what we got to do is build a minimal scene with a slope, and then put a character, a playable character on it, and see, I just want to see what like the default behavior is. We're just going to be working with the keyboard for right now, because like I said, the scope of this is just to get horizontal movement with gliding downhill. So here we go. We're going to take a Corgi Engine demo, minimal scene. Let's see, is it in the prefabs? It's been a minute since I did this. I just pulled this on. I think I just copy the scene and delete everything I don't want. No, that seems like too much work. How did I do this before? I guess I could go look at my other project. Let me see if I can find the Corgi Engine docs for just creating a simple new minimal level. We got a minimal scene. Minimal single player scene. We want to have does this have the game manager in it? Minimal. Oh wait, each of these is the scene, that's right. So let's see if I have one that's like minimal. Each of these things is a scene, so all we gotta do is pull it in. Weapons, 4 players. You can see here there's the different names of the scenes. So what I'd like to see is like a minimal slope. Look at this, minimal slopes. Oh man. It's just like, here's just another example why Corgi Engine is the shit. It just has everything for you. Alright, so we got a slope here, and do we have a character? We have a character, and we have a character I'm just going to look through what we need exactly to make sure we have a playable character in there. Let me just hit start and see what happens, actually. So what we did, we brought in a sample scene from Corgi Engine into our project. Alright, so we do have this little dude here, and you can go up. Okay, so cool, we have a character that turns, has animations and stuff, he can jump. There's a little feet move, it looks like. There's a little feet move. So there's like an idle animation. So that's cool. That's all we need. We can jump. We have the slopes. So what I'm going to do first is like build out the slopes so there are more of them. Or like it's longer. I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter. Again, because the scope of our project today... Why can't I... oh, I gotta click on the game. There we go. The scope of the project today is to get sliding down this slope working. So I wonder, just the first thing I want to do is like move these. Can I move this guy here? I want to move it up and I want to make this really steep and just see if I've never really messed with rotation. That's weird when I click on the... oh, I see, it's rotating that way. I don't care for that. But I want to rotate. There we go. I want to see what happens if we like have the slope like this. Does my guy slide? And like, what is... we got to figure out like what is the threshold for sliding. Let's play. See, he's just gonna like... okay, he's stuck to it. So let's see if there's something about... what's interesting is when I try to go up the hill, I fall down it. It's like he's not quite sticky, and that's interesting. Let's see if like the character has some kind of stickiness. There's a space, this must be our spine space pig. Rigid body, of course. And there's a Corgi controller. And here's all the details about the character. And this is what I'm talking about, like why to buy a Corgi engine, because you just get... like, you saw me, I put that character in, he's like, runs around, he's got shooting, shooting, we got effects. Got triple jump. It's just for free. I think we have like wall sliding. That's interesting, it's like treating that slope like a wall. I mean, it is steeper than I'm going to want most of my slopes. But still, yeah, I want it to be sliding. So like, is there... what I'm looking for is some kind of stick to slopes. Here we go. So what if I turn that off? Let me come over here. What happens? Oh, stick to slopes. That means that's for like the auto jumping, but it does kind of work. Oh, I see. You don't... so if I'm touching a slope, I fall down. Sort of. It doesn't work exactly how I want it to. Oh, where is there slopes in here? I wonder if I can use like an ice surface modifier. Oh, I see. So I can define friction on these different objects. There's character horizontal movement. Here's another place that we could be that we may need to mess with in order to get sliding down hills working like we want. It should be smooth, obviously. I mean, look at this. I know we just started here, but we're like kind of hopping down the hill and we stick. Even though I think we turned off stick to slopes, now we have it on. Okay, I think we want stick to slopes because instead of like being all hoppy, so like look when we turn it off, what happens? It kind of like badonka-donka-donks down the hill, so we want to keep that on. So I think what we actually need to do maybe is make the floor slippery. Let me just look at horizontal movement real quick and make sure. Let's allow flip in the air, dude. Huh. What happened to the tooltips with this version? Alright, so I don't see anything in the horizontal movement. So what I'm going to do is try to mess with the material of this platform here. And we do that with surface modifiers. So use a surface modifier class. So let me see if I add okay, so I think you added to the surface, so let's try adding surface modifier. I wonder what surface effector is. I wonder if that comes for free. So let's say the friction. What happens if we set the friction to 0? Nothing. I guess we could have like variable force added to each variable X force to push the push the player forward. But I don't necessarily want that. What if we put like -5 here? What happens then? Nothing at all. Did I pick the wrong If you want to affect the way characters interact with specific surfaces, you can use surface modifier class to let you define friction normalized. Close to 0 is very slippery, close to 1 is less slippery, as well as a force that will be applied to any Corgi controller that gets grounded on that surface. Okay, so I don't want to add any force. Oh, I see. We make the target the character. So like friction close to 0 is slippery. Oh, I see. Once I like start moving, I slip off. There we go. Okay. And I can slow my fall by pressing back, and I don't know do I speed up by pressing forward? I don't think I do. And what if I make this 1? Does that make it perfectly non-slippery? Alright, so I got myself a slippery surface to fall down. Is that the approach that I want to take? I mean, is it that easy? We just make ice. Basically, we're making snow and ice. So let's take this. And we want to say it was a prefab. And I don't really know how to do that, so I'm going to... I think I'm going to come down here. in my stuff. We're gonna add this scene, I think. Cool. We're gonna delete this scene, delete this default scene, get rid of sample scene. Oh, we gotta set active, and we can get rid of this one. They're not gonna let me delete that. I have to like pause the game. Yeah. Alright, cool. Let me save everything. Just because I'm a little paranoid. Alright, so now what I want to do is I have a platform. I'm going to create a folder about like I don't want to call it platforms. I'm going to call it surfaces. Because right now we're creating like snow. Alright, so if we look at this prefab, does it have I picked the wrong one. Why does it not have the what happened to the damn modifier that I had on there? Oh yeah, I paused. Damn it. So I gotta go back and add that, I gotta go down here and I gotta add surface modifier and make it 0.05 friction. Alright, I'm gonna rename. No, I do not want to delete, I want to rename. We're going to call it snow 1000 by 100. So snow will be the default surface that we will be snowboarding on. A profound thought, but I think you'll be able to keep up with me here. Okay, I'm sorry. So what we're gonna do now is replace. Well, we're gonna increase the level bounds considerably, just to give us a visual aid, and then we're gonna basically build a hill. So let's delete this guy. We don't need that one. We want to move him. And then let's create copy paste and have another one like this. A nice little transition there. I mean, that's really all we need right now to like kind of tweak the way that our character slides until we figure it out. We do want to place the character. We gotta find the starting place for the character. So I'm just gonna try to see where he appears, and I just gotta think about how it loads in. Hey, look at that. Oh, there's level start. Where's level start as part of the level? Once the level get instantiated? Oh, there's level. Okay, level start. So we can move that wherever we want. Let's put it up here. It doesn't matter all that much, but I wanted to get familiar with where that was, just in case. Alright, so we're restarting our game. We're not... It's not slippery enough for the player to just slide there. Oh, now he slides real slow. Oh, I see, because it's hard to... It's hard to get speed when there's no friction. So, it's almost like... Should I figure out based on the rotation of the of each individual platform, should that determine the force that's placed on the character? So here's what I'm saying. With the platforms, we basically just have them set to have 0.05 friction, which is I don't know if that's the right amount of friction, but we do want to have very low friction so that the player sort of slides. But what the problem is how do we make it so the character can get moving? I mean, I could add to the controller, so let's get us stopped here. See, watch how long it takes to get started. And then he can never really get going as fast as... Oh yeah, I guess he's going that fast there. And like he's able to go up. He can go up real easy. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like the right... I don't know, am I thinking about this right? Like you have to, on each platform, set the added force based on the rotation. At least we can see the Y rotation pretty easily. And that, why is there even X rotation? I'm not sure. Alright, so let me get a notepad out and write down the problems that we're facing. So low friction works, but biggest problem, it allows the player to drift uphill at a downhill speed. It's like the friction. You know what I'm thinking right now is we could make it so if the character's facing left, the friction changes. But that still doesn't help with braking and stuff, right? So once we kind of... I mean, maybe if we just, let's like up this to 0.2 and see how that makes it feel. I just don't think you should be able to get up to top speed going uphill. You know what, we're gonna pause. We're gonna edit this prefab. How the hell does this prefab keep losing the surface modifier? We're gonna make this 0.2. Let's go here, and then each of these should be... I'm just gonna delete them and then put in the prefabs. Okay. Just so we're sane and we know we're working with the appropriate things here. Let's rotate these a little bit. Move them. All we're doing really is messing with the physics. So we really just need, these aren't like the final resting place. We're just trying to get sliding physics for downhill, for snow working, sort of here. Alright, so those are the... Should be using the appropriate prefab. I don't know what happened to those. Where are these guys? They should be in the optional. Alright. So basically what I'm doing is making sure they have the same friction if I edit from the prefab. Okay, they don't appear though. Is there a reason? Platforms, spray collider, spray renderer, box collider. What are these doing that these guys aren't? That's kind of funny here. Okay. It's right there. Does it have a sprite? Yes. Oh, is it like Z'd? Is it like Z'd to the back? 111. Oh wait, no, where's Z? 0 minus 17.5. You know, I don't know where they come up with these crazy ass numbers, but let me try this. Ah, it's so silly. Why wouldn't everything just be at 0? It's quite confusing. Alright, so we got our guy, we got our things back. It's just like, it almost feels like it would make so much more sense to use the add force to get a more realistic skiing kind of feeling. Because the friction just slows you down and stops you. So it's like we need a combination of friction and adding force. Alright, so how to it's almost like you don't even need X-Force. But I'm gonna put Alright, so then the question is kind of like, is there a way that when we plop the tile on to the board, will it, based on its rotation, can we define the X and Y force? I'm not sure that I know how to do that right off the top of my head. Let me Google this and see if anybody has solved this problem. Game objects. I mean, I'm just gonna look up like snowboarding game, 2D snowboarding game. Or skiing, what else I do? Or some simple snowboarding physics. I mean, if it's a good deal, $20 is a lot. Oh, and it's 3D. like a 2D solution. I just feel like there's an easier solution than the ones I'm thinking of, so I'm going to poke around here a little bit. This might not be the most fun to watch for a little bit, so you might want to see when I'm going to zip ahead a little bit in the video if you're watching this on YouTube. Now let me look at gravity. I don't think gravity is what I'm looking for. I really just want forward momentum. So yeah, that's the first thing is if the character is standing on the platform, they should just move. So even if we do like 0.01 for the friction for this thing. Dude, it's insane that this prefab... Okay, never mind. We don't need that preview, that is not very valuable and it's just in the way. So we have the friction so low and I think my character's still going to stop when he hits it. Yeah, like it should... It's impossible to get moving here. I think he's moving though. Is he moving very, very slowly? Yeah. But yeah, when you hit the ground, you should just slide. That's what I'm not sure I understand. I might email the creator of Porygon on this because it just seems like it should be easier. Or that, you know, that he has, there's just got to be a way built in for this. I mean, what if we just add force to Y when you hit it? I wonder what happens then. I guess we would set force. We would do minus. Let's set force. Now the force is too high to move. Which one am I standing on here? You know, one or around this one. So let's set. What do we make this? Just, you know, 0.5, just whatever. Yeah, Yeah, I'm not using this correctly, that's for sure. Let me look up like slippery surface. To the Unity. Yeah, I don't want a snow effect or shader. I want like slippery snow. There we go. Handling movement on sloped surfaces. I mean, this isn't exactly my question, but it's giving me some insight. With some idea about yeah, taking the gravity off when the player character is touching. So let's see, let's go back in time. Let's stop this. Let's turn off all the shenanigans here. Let's actually just get rid of the surface modifier. Let's try it without the surface modifier. I want to just go back to messing with the character controller again because I don't like where we're going with the surface modifier. So what would happen if we turned off gravity? I feel like I don't think the character would just start sliding down. I don't see why it would. There's a lot of properties for the character. I'm hoping character gravity. I'm gonna delete some of these as we go. Oh geez. I gotta go find that character. I think I gotta make a new character prefab. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Right. Yeah, I want to get rid of a lot of the junk on that player character because we're not gonna be using guns or anything. And there's just a ton of shit in the way. All I want to do is see gravity. That's available. Character slope orientation. This orient the character's model to its perpendicular to the slope it's walking on. And this only works if your model is not on the top level of your character, but instead nested under it. Well, that looks like it takes care of keeping... Yeah, that's awesome. That keeps the guy rotated on each of the platforms. That's rad. Alright, here's character gravity. You know, one thing we could do maybe is like make the initial gravity angle rather... Yeah, that doesn't make sense. As I say, rather than make it straight down, we can move it towards the end of the course, but I don't think we want that. And then turn the character gravity off and it doesn't do anything. I wonder if that's only for like the gravity zones or whatever. Okay, so that ain't gonna help us, I don't think. Now let's look at the Corgi controller. It has the slope angle. So it's interesting because it has the slope angle. Oh man, at any moment we could just add force to this. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. We have this Corgi controller that has a slope angle, and we have a horizontal movement. So based on the angle of the character's slope, so basically if you're in the air, alright, no control allowed, no horizontal or vertical control allowed by player. Gravity will do the work of realistic downhill XO. Okay, but if the character's touching the ground, and these rules may change, but we're just starting here. Yeah, first we're going to make all courses snow, and then if we need to modify, if we need to like add ice or add gravel or whatever, for different frictional coefficients, we will figure that out later. Alright, but if you're touching the ground, let's say if you're touching the ground and you're on a vertical slope, add 9.8 meters per second squared. So we got to figure out what is the gravity based on a slope. So I think we're going to do some geography. Okay, acceleration. Okay. It's always gravity times the sine of the angle. So let's say we're on a 10-degree slope. Oh, yeah, so we're going to do a 10-degree slope. I don't know if this bad boy can do sines, etc. Let's go scientific, baby. Alright, so we did 9.8 times. Tell me this. There we go, times the sine of 10. Nope. Clear that. 9.8 times the sine. Clear that. 9.8 times 10 sine 0.17. Okay, but if 90 is I'm an idiot. So I'm trying to figure out like, okay, so 90 degrees is straight down. So 80 degrees. So let's see, what is the sine of 80 and the sine of 100 the same? So let's see, 80 sine and then 100 sine. Okay, that's great. So, but then you gotta, for some reason, did I really, it's because I never hit equals, dude. Alright, and this dude is telling me his angle is at, this character controller says he's at 31, minus 31. So if we took this, I guess the characters, if the character controller is closer to 0, the rotation. Okay, so it lines up perfectly. It's just negative. So basically, what I'm saying is this: if we were to rotate this way, let's undo that. If we were to rotate it this way, and the character was standing on there, his slope would be minus 90. It's like minus 30, minus 60, minus 90. So we're going to be between 0 and minus 90. So we kind of got, so if we know the character's slope and they are touching the ground, we can calculate how much acceleration to add by using g times sine of theta. And theta, let me see, is negative 80 the same as 80? So we took, let's clear off, we took the sine of 80, what if we took the negative 80, and we took the sine of that? That's just a negative version, so we could take the absolute value. We will be safe. Take the abs. This probably will not cover. Okay, and then we're going to do also, we're going to say minus some coefficient of friction. And then up to a maximum, up to a terminal velocity. And we will accelerate them in whatever direction they're facing, so hopefully the slope will take care of that. Alright, we have a decent theory. Now let's go. I think we're going to inherit from the Corgi controller and modify it. So let's go look at the Corgi controller. For some reason it's not available in search right away. Alright, so we're gonna figure out we also need to look at horizontal movement, I think. To see where we can jam in some code that says add acceleration so many ticks based on the slope of the character. I kind of want to do that before the horizontal movement so that like horizontal movement will be applied after that calculation. For example, if the player is like braking or leaning forward. So yeah, first we want to get movement without any player input. We want this game to start and then that character starts sliding down a hill. Okay. So here's velocity. Use this to set the horizontal force applied to the character. So we don't necessarily want to add, we want to add magnitude. We want to add, I guess we want to change. I have to think about this a little more. Oh wait, here's the slope speed factor. Slope angle speed factor? Did I just miss this? Is that public? What the hell? Where's the slope angle speed factor? What is parameters? QWERTY controller parameters. Get. Okay, where's default parameters? Is that a playable character thing? I see each of these different, what look like different playable character prefabs, or what have the default parameters. Anyhow, let me see. I want the dude. I want my space pig. There's my space pig. Now, do I have some kind of slope, something? there's a lot of slope code. That's why I feel like there's just some settings I need to change and maybe don't need to write any more code. Slope angle speed factor. Yo, what is this, dude? I don't understand what these default parameters are here. This is some Unity stuff that I'm not familiar with, I think. Some way to do configuration. There we go, default parameters. Maximum slope angle is 90. Is 80, yeah, it's like 89. It's like 88. So that we can't have walls. What happened to the tooltips? I'm obviously going to have to do all that shit over again. Let's see. Level. I gotta create my own create my own character here. Where is my dude? In the game manager, yeah. There's got to be a player character. Dude, how does my player load in? I thought he was in level. It's incredible how hard it is to find where the fucking character you control is added to this shit. The input manager has the fucking thing. How the fuck does it load a playable character, dude? Does this have the, level set player prefabs. There we go. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm stealing this. Create a folder, prefabs. That's no good. Characters. Rename. Alright, we gotta go back and find this fucking motherfucker again. Alright, so we got. There we go. We're gonna take him and pop him in the characters here. Alright, and then. We go back here, we're going to change this to be this version. So we're stealing that spine peg so that we can change it. And this way when we go and mess with his default params. I don't understand why we want. Well, let's go look at Corgi controller. Let's see if there's some text in there for each of these. Gravity. That's something we can do, is we can make sure that you can't move in the air. That's one thing we need to do. Alright, maximum slope angle the character can walk on. So the character can walk on anything, just about. We'll go with like 80. And And what does this mean? Speed multiplier to apply when walking on a slope. So if you're on a let's see what happens. I don't know. It's real slow. We need to make it the opposite. But how do you go faster when you're going uphill, dude? Okay, well that's right. Should be faster than that. Reading documentation here, trying to figure out how to do this easily. It seems like I'm getting close. I just have no way to, like he should move right when he hits the ground rather than me having to press right and left. Like, it's almost like we should just add force to X based on I think it would work if I, let me just put like no friction on these. So I put no friction on it. Doesn't seem to matter too much though, of course. Maybe if I put 0.001, 0.001. Oh yeah, that worked. Now I can't move. But still, I should fucking slide. Why can't I slide? So it's like I need to automatically add that force. This X needs to be dynamic, but it shouldn't be on the surface, right? It should not be on the surface. So, it's like every tick when we add force. That's not used anywhere else, it seems like. But every tick, we just need to add force to X. Force to Y will be handled by gravity, but we gotta add force to X based on the slope of the character is if they're touching. I'm gonna take a quick break here. simplify this problem here. So there gotta be an easy way. Let me just check the horizontal movement. Yeah, horizontal movement just manages the input, so we don't want to mess with that. I think what we want to do is in the Corgi controller, each iteration, let's see what happens with each iteration. So, there's the initialization. Okay, so here's every frame, we apply gravity. We apply gravity, then check using raycast if an object's been hit. Modify its new position accordingly. When all the checks have been done, we apply the new position. I'm looking for any indication of checking slope here. I don't understand why some functions have space here. Okay, so speed is the new position over delta time. So where's new position set? I mean in the context of this function, so I guess it's probably the move transform. Alright, new position. Alright, here we're assigning new position. If moves the transform to its new position after having performed an optional safety box test. Alright. So before move transform, and how exactly does move transform work? Equals vector2.0. What the fuck? Oh. I see, if it fails the safety, we set the new position to 0. So again, new position's already set here. Move our transform to its next position. So we really need to find where a new transform is set in this context. New position. Speed, okay. Frame initial. Okay, so frame initialization happens here. So where do we know speed? apply gravity. Dude. Okay, oh, that's just the speed of the character. Fuck. So frame initialization. Alright, so we're taking the speed of the user. We initialize our new position and we'll use in all the next computations. Alright, so right after frame initialization, maybe we apply slope speed. Oh wait, we have to copy this class before we make changes to it. So in our project, we're going to characters. Alright, and I'm just going to go check out how you inherit from these classes because it's been a minute. I'm just going to go open up another project so I can just copy how I did that. No, I inherit from Corgi controller or any of these classes. Alright, here's one that I inherited from Corgi engine. That's pretty annoying that it didn't open a new window. I forget that that's how VS Code works. Alright, so snowboard. I don't know if we'll need the collections yet. We'll have those if we need to. I don't know. We'll definitely not need Cinemachine. And we're going to be inheriting from, this is actually snowboard, character, controller. Literally, I forget how to start on the goddamn C# class. I never really wrote C# until I started this stuff. And then maybe another close for the... Okay, cool. So I should be able to pop the snowboard controller in So I got me an inherited class. It should be the exact same class. So if I go over here and on my spine space pig, change out the Corgi controller. I go here and I kill the Corgi controller and pop in on a snowboard controller, move it up. All the way to where let's see, Corgi controller was. It's so wild how hard this shit is to use. Like, I just want to move this fucking thing right here. You gotta be fucking kidding me, like, dude. Yeah, I think this is a buggy release, if you can believe it or not. Oh, did I even change what I wanted to change? Who knows? Something changed. Something's different here. Probably. Okay, of course, I have to set all this up. Is default parameters at least correct? Hey, look at that, that's pretty cool. Alright, so this has to be... Can you copy config from another object? Oh, you know what, I can change this to use a snowboard controller, maybe. Probably not gonna let me though, huh? Let's see what happens. It's really annoying, dude. I just want to I want to basically copy this and change. Can I just copy and change the script? God damn, so I gotta fucking... And this amazing UI here, I gotta change. Dude, this is such a garbage fucking UI, man. I have to set all these to be the same thing. Okay, so we got platforms, one-way platforms. Moving platforms, moving one-way platforms, platforms player only, and then we got moving platforms, one-way platform mask, one-way platforms, moving one-way platforms, mid-height one-way platforms. Tell you what, this could have been set for you, I think. Stairs, mask of stairs, detachment method layer, save mode off. Number of horizontal rays, 4. Ray offset, 0.05, crouch ray multiplier, 100. Okay, automatic gravity settings. Check. Okay, cool. We should be good now. Now everything works except for horizontal movement, so let's see why. Does it have the controller configured? Is that why? There must be something hooking up the horizontal character horizontal movement with the QWERTY controller. No errors. Oh, maybe that's why. Max slope. Probably fucking piece of trash. Fucking. Where's that slope? Alright, so at least left turn I'm watching right. Yeah, that happens no matter what. So for some reason the snowboard controller is no bueno. It prevents me from walking. So again, make sure we have all our configuration the same. Platforms, one way, moving. Safe mode is off. Actually, let's look at our default params here. We got -30. 1, and then 100 by 100, 20, 0, 1. Does not seem to be the issue, but we'll check. Okay, 80.9 over 80, and then we have this is like 100 to 0. I really don't give a shit. I'll start over. Fine, alright, cool. So we should be going 100% speed, up, down, and 0% speed from down to up. Anyway. Then we got check to, blank check. Check to, blank check. Safe mode is off. Let's get rid of these default params. Four 0.051 blank 100 blank check 0 check 0.2 check. Maybe it was the slope stickiness. I definitely didn't turn this on though, yeah. Alright, so I'm guessing there's an add force in here. Nope. Yeah, I'm confused why this only works with the Corgi controller. Okay, cool. So underscore controller set somewhere. We'll find the first use of it. So controller must be inherited from feedback from character ability. Super fucking annoying that doesn't search over here. Get component Corgi controller. Okay, so get a component of type Corgi controller. Just sitting there thinking we're gonna have to use our own ability class. I mean, we could just overwrite the controller. We're just going to do that for right now. Ugh. We'll make a new character horizontal movement. Because it's going to have to use a different controller. Yeah. And we'll just reassign that controller on initialization. It will work. We gotta override, let's see, where are we gonna... I'm just gonna do this and then override the... controller here, so... How do I do this? We want the controller to be the snowboard controller. That's going to be... Not sure if this is gonna work or not. It might not. It might be. There might be errors. Yeah. Ugh. I'll rename that one more time. See if we can do it in one shot. Alright. I got this lame ass little up and down butterfly thing for my keyboard. Oh, I paused my music. Oh no, I didn't. Maybe I did. That's annoying. Or just stopped playing. I went through all 21 super beats. I was going Hail Mary to restart my, what you call it? Alright, so let's go fix this pig dude up with my new ability. Let's get rid of the character horizontal movement and add snowboard. So something's wrong, obviously. Snowboard. This isn't being added. We call it snowboard. Just to be crystal clear. For the next reader. Just so you can find everything easy. Alright, so let's move this right here. Holy shit, it worked. And this should be good because we changed. We ensured that the controller we're going to use is the snowboard controller here. So let's see. Fucking execute. Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Cool. That works. Jumping doesn't work again. We just have to. So we're going to go ahead and create our own character ability class that uses the appropriate controller. Again, let's remember why we need our own special controller here, and that's because we're gonna have to get in there and change the velocity as part of the chain of normal events that happen in the Corgi controller. So now we're gonna instead of having this pull from horizontal movement, we're gonna change this to pull from ability, our new snowboard ability class that we're going to write. It's really going to do exactly what this class does. actually want a script called snowboard character ability. And this is going to look a whole lot like this class right here. Except we're going to be calling this snowboard character ability. We'll be inheriting from character ability. Call it character abilities. Actually, we don't want a component at all for it. Because we'll never be actually using this class. We'll just be inheriting from it. Alright, cool. We just have to invoke its parent on start, just like this one on initialization, and basically we're just stealing this, putting it here. We only want this though. And so we're taking I'm actually going to get rid of that. We set our... I'll fix that over here on this new class. We don't need that anymore because you'll see this is going to... A couple lines are going to go away. So we're setting the controller there. We're gonna set it as part of the parent class, the character ability class. And then we should be able to just say snowboard character ability and nix this all together. Oh shit, no, I'm a dumbass. Because we need all the stuff. I think you can inherit from two classes. Alright, we're talking about using the simulated inheritance pattern because the problem I'm running into is I need all the other code from the other horizontal fucking thing. Okay, so have an interface for the members on class B that you wish to access, and have C inherit from A and implement IB by internally storing an instance of B. It's super messy. Alright, so if I inherited from yeah, they're just up in each other's buttholes, so I'm gonna just cancel that idea and just inherit straight from. Yeah, I just make this fix in each one of each one of the abilities I want to use. I just make the fix there. Super pain in the butt, but yeah, I'll think about that overnight. There might be a better way to do that. Here you go, offline. Yeah, to have all the goodies that you get from character horizontal movement, but also use the right controller and set that in one place, but I don't care. So I'm gonna snowboard here, I'm just gonna delete this. It's like we're gonna have to make our own jump, for example. So we're gonna create snowboard character jump. I mean, this is a lot of extra code, it seems like, but it's way easier than writing the interface, I think, because I have to figure that out. So let's put this down here. We're just going to copy the horizontal movement. Basically, I want to have jumping and horizontal movement back. I'm going to get rid of the rest of the abilities to have a clean slate. Then we're going to get back to slipping down ice. But basically, we just want to get set up so we have a controller that we're going to be able to use. Because again, we got to insert some behavior into the chain of events that the controller executes each frame. Alright. So we're just going to, again, we're going to steal a bunch of this code, basically. Call it snowboard jump. I believe character jump is the name of the class. Let me check. And I'll tell you what, the UI redo they did is amazing. This like the dark mode here. Alright, that's because we're playing. That's why it's printing a bunch of errors. Let's go look at our little dude. We should be able to add a snowboard jump. Put this up with snowboard horizontal movement. Of course it doesn't fucking work, dude. It's so annoying, like. Let's get all these attributes to be the same. Script, alright, check 3.025, number of jumps 2, whatever. This should be 1. Can jump anywhere, jump restrictions, can jump. That's cool, start there. Jump time window. After leaving the ground, a character can still trigger the jump. Let's say a third of a second. I don't know, let's say a tenth of a second. So we should be able to jump too now with our Alright, so let's go kill all these abilities we're not going to use. We do not need to crouch. You know we will, but let's just get it out of here for now. We do need level balance. I guess we need character. That's fine. Get rid of character jump. Get rid of character horizontal. Character dash and dive. Character health we don't need. Jetpack now. Ladder. No. Character look up. No. Run no. Wall clinging no. Wall jump no. Button activation, no, not yet. Sure pause, handle weapon, no. Alright, so we trimmed down a bunch of the abilities the character has just to make it easier to play, to work with. And so we still should be able to move and jump. We can't shoot. Let's see if we can even get rid of the weapon too. I mean, the gun's just attached to him. I'm not too worried about it right now. But cool, we got, I mean, one little thing done here. It's not exactly what we were after, but... Alright. Let's save her up here and commit to get help. I literally don't know the difference there, but I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, that's right, it's tilde, not caret. I just want to make sure I didn't just fuck with something. I'm gonna just start the game again. Because I got a little quick when the finger taps there. That's character ability, so... Did not change it. Cool, man. It was really all. I'm going to take a break. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be on again some other time.